Where words fail, music speaks. Hans Christian Andersen said that. Books teach us how to live.
I learn it from a book.
Music teaches us how to feel. I said that. A saying like that, so pat, so twee, so groany. Guaranteed someone else has said that before. Let's move on. Music. The post, you may have noticed, was very long. Consider it my thick as a brick. Probably weren't expecting a Jethro Tull reference this early on. I credit that to being somewhat overcome by attending my first rock concert in over 4 years. I got out into the wild, the excitement of participating in the great grand human experiment that is buying a ticket and going to a gig and stuffing yourself in a room with all these sweaty people and having your eardrums blown out because you left your damn earplugs in the pannier of your motorcycle. Call and response. I went and saw The Darkness.
Touching me.
So it's long, it's about the darkness, but it's also about connection, about the connection of music, the call and response of someone putting out a sound to you in the audience and you giving back to the performer, to the artiste. Music is something else, I'm telling you. I just take my word for it.
I mean, music is the best art.
Now, I'll admit, I bristled when I first heard that. As a writer, that's like, someone telling me music's the best art? Writing is the best art. And then there was a beat, and I went, oh, he's right. Here's a quote. Virtually every writer I know would rather be a musician. Kurt Vonnegut.
Hi, I'm Kurt Vonnegut.
Said that. I cannot write a song, but God, I would love to be able to affect people through music. All I have is words. That's the instrument. There's a barrier between me writing something and you having to read it. Like, you have to choose to read it, whereas ears are open. You receive.
I got the music in me.
And if it's something that your ears get all, like, honeyed with and like, then it's this direct connection to you. It can have words, but it doesn't need to have words. But it has notes, it has melody, it has emotion, it has swell, it has feeling in the instant that you hear it. It's a shortcut. It's cheating. Musicians. Here's the thing though, you won't connect with all music.
I hit the music.
The thing that plugs into me isn't going to be the same thing that plugs into you. When it does connect, oh boy, it can be the start of something real beautiful. It's in the air, circling around your eardrums, and then it comes in, enters your body, makes your body come alive, makes you feel. It is the delivery leading to deliverance. No, not that deliverance. When you go and see a band or a performance or whatever live, it is the greatest opportunity to receive the signal and give it back in real time. Call and response. This was the first time I'd seen The Darkness live, and it was for the 20th anniversary of Permission to Land, iconic. A live performance is superior because you're not just getting the music you love, you're getting the performance, the delivery of it. Call, the band giving it their all and playing right into your goddamn face. Response, you showing them how that music is affecting you in the moment. Dancing, throwing your hands up, screaming, fainting, sweaty bodies in the room, generating heat. Being at a live performance is release for everyone involved. That makes it sound a little weird. It's energy unleashed. Fucking hippie. Call and response. Even if you happen to be on a balcony way up in the bit where you'll forever regret sitting, and that will never happen again. Your body will not lie. If you're enjoying it, it will show.
I got the music in me.
Energy feeds on energy. The more fun you're having, the more fun a band will have. Circular. Orbis.
So I say thank you for the music.
Let's talk about the Trinity. Before the Trinity was the Trinity, it was just one guy, Bob Dylan.
I'm looking for somebody to sell my dog, collect my clip, buy my animal, and straighten out my bird.
Like, he was my guy. So that's one. Then came Radiohead. Still not a trinity, but I was happy with the two. Bob Dylan, Radiohead. I don't know why I'm doing this. 3, the trinity. I'm adding the darkness. Which to you may seem like an odd choice, but now that I've thought about it, it's like, this is so obvious. It is the most obvious choice I could ever make. You might look at the trinity and say, well, they're very, very different. Maybe in style, but they all have one crucial thing in common. They do not give a fuck. Bob Dylan.
Don't boo me anymore. Don't boo me. God, that booing, I can't stand it.
Trickster. You never know whether he's lying in interviews or he's telling the truth. Songwriters have always taken on a persona to write songs. Sometimes they are written from their perspective, but most of the time they're not. Who is Bob Dylan? Nobody fucking knows. People don't want him to change. He goes electric.
I don't believe you.
Radiohead. Radiohead has changed so many times, but still remained Radiohead. I mean, it's a demonstration of how evolution keeps you fresh, I guess. How you can keep yourself engaged in your profession for so long. Like, they've been going for a really long time. And I think if they hadn't have switched it up, they probably would have broken up a long time ago. And then the darkness.
I don't think you realize your power.
First of all, just fucking kick-ass music. You might say they're a joke band. First of all,
False.
you're wrong. Second of all, they don't give a fuck what you think. I mean, talk about commitment. Talk about doing the work, of sticking at it, of being relentless and funny. The Trinity is what it looks like when you commit to your art. Bob Dylan, Radiohead, and now the darkness. I connect with my Trinity. The Trinity is not ranked. There's no 1, 2, 3. There's 3 of them, but they have equal footing in the connection of what they each provide to me in different ways. This sounds like the most hippiest shit you've ever heard. But when you're working out what your Trinity is, you need to think about how they affect you, what they mean to you, how they make you feel. Are they capable of making you experience your emotions better? Do they inspire you? Can they change your mood? Can they take you deeper into a mood? People sometimes say Radiohead's a bit dreary and sad, but I find so much joy in Radiohead. Makes me a Radiohead tragic. But I'm a Bob Dylan tragic, Radiohead tragic, and a complete fucking darkness tragic. I am owning it. They're my Trinity. Call and response. Who calls to you? Who do you respond to? What's the plug? What is that? Music is connection, the straightest line. And whether you're lying in a bed on a sheep farm in rural Australia, listening to music you recorded off the TV, or you're at a live gig in San Francisco, it doesn't really matter how you're receiving the signal. You're connected to it, you're plugged in, it makes you feel all the things. Joy, love, anger, energy. It is the straightest line, the swiftest kick, and that's why it's the best art.
It's just better than everything else.
I came around in the end to that, Justin. I came around. All music is poetry. Musicians took that from us too. Damn you, musicians! How does music make you feel? Do you have a Trinity? What are the 3 bands that connect most with you, that have meaning in your life, that are important to your life? Let me know. The last concert I went to before the darkness was pre-pandemic. Tom York, of course. Every time he came to town, I would drag a friend along till I ran out of friends in the end. My friend said to me, you know, I think Tom York gigs may become the new Grateful Dead. And I don't know if that's a burn or not, but it made me laugh because his beep boop 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 music is not for everyone.
I hate the music.
Do you think Plato would have been into emo music? Here's a quote from the guy. Music gives a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Plug in, drift off, rock out. And I will see you next week.